How's it going, Jack Tackers, and welcome back to another video for you guys. Today I'm going to be doing my continuation for the If I Was the Showrunner series for The Flash Season 6. This is for episode 17 entitled Retaliation. So, yeah, let's get into this episode. The episode starts off on Earth -1. Red Death gathers his people together. Red Death is part of a gang that goes by the name of the Scarlet Archers. Each person wears dark red suits with masks similar to Red Death's. They also all carry bow and arrows. "I need to speak with all of you," Red Death says. The Scarlet Archers all huddle over to him. "Our attack on Earth 1 needs to be clean and fast," Red Death starts. "I'll bring you all over in a breach. The first place we take over will be Central City, or what's left of it anyway. The sooner we obliterate that place, the better chance we have of the Flash not sticking his nose in this business," he continues. "You talked to him, didn't you? He shouldn't come after us," a Scarlet Archer says. "We can't be so sure," Red Death tells him. "Well, in that case, we should kill him," the Scarlet Archer replies. "I told him there would be no need for killing. If people can't cooperate, then everything should be all right," Red Death says. "We can't take any chances, Red Death," the Scarlet Archer says sternly. "Are you questioning me?" Red Death asks. "Well, no, of course not. I just think," the Scarlet Archer says before he gets interrupted. "You don't get to think," Red Death shouts. He then runs over to the Scarlet Archer and grabs his head. Off screen, we hear a ripping sound. The camera pans around, revealing Red Death has ripped the Scarlet Archer's head off. There's no blood shown since it's covered by the mask of the Scarlet Archer. That way it's suitable for the CW, because I know they can't show gore. Red Death walks into his secret room. "We'll go good with the rest," he says as he places the head inside a box with dozens others. "Okay, Scarlet Archers," Red Death starts. "Anyone else want to question me?" he continues. The Scarlet Archers all say no. "Good. Let's get on with our plans," Red Death states. The intro plays. Sorry. We cut to Team Flash at Star Labs on Earth 1. Barry is using a punching bag with his new hand. He's getting better using it. "You been up all night doing this?" Caitlin asks. "Actually, yeah," Barry admits. "You should take a break. Don't overexert yourself," Caitlin replies. Barry grabs a sweat rag and puts it over his neck. "Had any new thoughts about Red Death?" Caitlin asks. "Not really. I just want to get good at fighting again so I can be prepared when he comes," Barry exclaims. "Well, if you're talking about bulking up, I know a great place to do it. Big Belly Burger," Caitlin says excitedly. "Nah, I don't need to bulk up," Barry says. "But you don't want to go to Big Belly Burger?" Caitlin asks confusedly. "Well, of course I want to go to Big Belly Burger. Let me just change real quick," Barry tells her. We cut to them eating at Big Belly Burger. They're having a good time. Suddenly, there's a rumbling. Barry looks out the window of the restaurant and sees a bright red portal open up. "I think he's here. Our retaliation is now," Barry says frantically. Before Barry runs out to get his flash suit on, he tells Caitlin to transform into Killer Frost. She does. Barry runs over to Star Labs, gets his suit, and runs back to where he saw the portal. Red Death walks out. "Why, hello there, Flash," he says menacingly. "What are you doing back here so fast?" Barry asks. "Why would you care? I told you if you get in my way, you and your loved ones would die. So let me ask, are you standing in my way right now?" Red Death asks. "Of course not. I was just wondering what you are exactly planning on doing to this Earth," Barry says. "My Scarlet Archers and I are going to take over this world. We will have full control, make it safer, better even," Red Death exclaims. "How?" Barry asks. "Too many questions, Flash. Look, just leave me alone before I get angry, all right?" Red Death says. He then runs off as the Scarlet Archers follow him. Barry's heart starts beating fast. His blood begins to boil. "We stopping this prick or what?" Killer Frost asks. "We are," Barry replies sternly. "All right then," she says back. "Go now," Barry shouts. Killer Frost then begins to make her ice paths in the sky. A couple Scarlet Archers see this and begin firing lightning arrows. These arrows melt Killer Frost's ice paths. She then falls down hundreds of feet. "Caitlin!" Barry shouts. He runs under her. "I'm gonna catch you," Barry shouts. "No, you won't," a Scarlet Archer says as he aims an arrow at him. Barry quickly runs over to him and knocks him out. Killer Frost is almost to the ground, but just in the nick of time, Barry swoops in and catches her. They both tumble to the ground. "Well, that didn't go so well," Killer Frost exclaims. Barry sets her down and starts to race after Red Death. Eventually, he catches up to him. What's wrong, Flash? Wait, no. What's wrong, Flash? Is something... No, sorry. I messed that line up. What's wrong, Flash? Red Death asks. No, sorry. He says... I wrote this really weirdly. I said, what's wrong, Flash? Is something wrong? No. Red Death says, is something wrong? Sorry. Actually, yeah, Barry says. That's a shame, Red Death admits. Red Death charges at Barry and knocks him off his feet. Last chance, Red Death says menacingly. Barry quickly calls for Joe's help. We cut over to him at his house with Cecile. Joe, it's Red Death. He's attacking the city. We need CCPD's backup now, Barry says on the other line of the phone. Okay, I'll send some officers out in here and be there soon, Joe says back. I gotta go, he says to Cecile. I love you, she tells him. I love you too, Joe says in a melancholy tone. We cut back to Red Death and Barry. Red Death crushes Barry's comms in his suit so he can't call anyone else. No more, Red Death says sternly. Barry gets up and punches him in the face. Get the hell out of here, Barry replies. No, not until this city and this world is mine, Red Death shouts. Suddenly, CCPD shows up. Hands in the air now, they shout as they aim the Speed Force-powered weapons they took from the black hole at them. You think these things will work? A cop says. Let's hope, another responds. Open fire, Joe shouts as he drives in with his window down of his police car. The cops begin to fire the lightning guns. Retreat, Red Death tells the Scarlet Archers. Luckily, the officers arrest some of them. You shouldn't have done this, Red Death tells Barry. There's going to be major consequences, he exclaims. Red Death and the rest of the Scarlet Archers head back inside the portal. The outro plays and the episode ends. So that was The Flash, Season 6, Episode 17. So I guess let me hear your thoughts on this episode down in the comments below. Oh, okay. Yeah, if you guys like this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you're new, and I will see you in the next one. Peace. Boop.